And also, like, not only this is only not only the only mistake he made. Other mistakes where people say, "Oh, he started Kepa," and you know, uh, he started Kepa Arrizabalaga, and it was a mistake. Listen, Manchester City started James Trafford. Yes, I understand Kepa Arrizabalaga doesn't have great experience in Carabao Cup finals, as we all know, in 2019, where obviously he refused to be subbed off, and probably you could say he was one of the big reasons why Chelsea lost that final, 2022, when he missed that penalty against Liverpool. But like, I don't think it was the right decision to play him because Manchester City played James Trafford, and let's not forget, Kepa has more experience in playing this kind of finals. He has more experience in playing this kind of finals than James Trafford. And I think Kepa was one of the key. I know Lennon played for most of the games for Real Madrid when they won the Champions League 2024, but he was also part of the squad that Real Madrid won that Champions League 2024. So he's experienced playing these kind of big finals. I don't think it was the right. I don't think it was a wrong decision to play him. Obviously, it happened to be at the end because obviously the mistake he made, but again, errors can happen easily. So I don't think that was the main problem. Even if Kepa didn't make that mistake, I still think Arsenal would have lost that game with the way they approached that game, the way they played from the 20th minute until 70th minute. Why do you go that defensive? Why? And Arsenal, like, attacking wise, they're like not good enough. Gyökeres, I don't think he had a good game. Saka, I mean, he's been awful this season, and this game he was awful. Trossard, very poor. Zubimendi, not that great. It wasn't a good performance from Arsenal. And you have to criticise, and you have to not only point the finger on the players, you have to point the finger on the manager. Like, this was an opportunity for Arsenal to showcase themselves to the world and to themselves that we are the real deal. We are there. We are going to win our first trophy, and this is going to be like a kick-up start towards us winning more trophies. We're going to win this one, and we're going to now. It's going to be the start of the success for us. And they didn't show that. They failed in that aspect. Listen, they might still go on and win the Premier League, as they have a good chance. But like, I feel like Arsenal and Arteta missed an opportunity to prove themselves and to everybody that this game will be the start of the success for Arsenal. They missed that opportunity, in my opinion. And you have to point the finger on, especially more importantly, on Arteta, because why do you approach like this? You had. Listen, I know sometimes you have to hold your horses, but when you smell blood, don't like. When you smell blood, like, don't hide. City smelled blood from Arsenal, and they punished it. Whereas, when City had problems, flaws that you could cause them, it seems like Arsenal will hide it. And I'm sorry, if you're being too conservative, if you're being too conservative, you're never gonna win this kind of big finals. Yes, you can be conservative, but you have to be conservative at the right time. And Arteta, I don't think with his game management in this game, he got it right. Does this game affect the title race? No, I don't think so. Obviously, City will be more pumped up and fired up and more motivated to go on and try to catch Arsenal for the title. But I think also Arsenal will be motivated. I think Arsenal would take this as a motivation, as a revenge to try to go on and win the Premier League, and also they'll take it as a revenge thing when they face each other at the Etihad next week. So I don't think it's going to affect the Premier League title race, in my opinion. But because I still think Arsenal are going to win the Premier League, even if City beat Arsenal at the Etihad. I'm not sure that City are going to win all the other games. And Arsenal have got very good fixtures as well. A lot of them are home games, so I still think Arsenal have a very good opportunity of winning the Premier League. It's just like, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'll be frustrated to see this team not like it was a chance for them to showcase to the world that this is going to be the start of the success, to showcase that they are there. and they didn't show that. So that's just my feeling. And listen, Arsenal should still go on and win the Premier League. Obviously, City will be more motivated for the rest of the season, but Arsenal should still win the Premier League, and they have other competitions to fight for as well. They still have the Champions League, they still have the FA Cup as well. So even though there was a kind of a missed opportunity for Arsenal in this final, it's not the end of the world for them, in my opinion. So yeah. Now let's move on to La Liga, as there was obviously the Madrid derby, but from the Madrid derby, Barcelona faced against Rayo Vallecano. Barcelona won 1-0 thanks to a goal from Ronald Arejo. And I tell you what, Rayo Vallecano put in a very good performance, and it wasn't easy for Barcelona to come away with this game with a win. But Barca had to suffer, they had to grind it out, and they managed to do that really well and managed to go on and win the game. Real Madrid won the Madrid derby 3-2 against Atletico Madrid, and what a game. What a game. I mean, it was kind of a game of two halves. Like, Atletico Madrid started the first half really well. Lookman, I mean, the guy was cooking at Carvajal. I don't know why Arbeloa started Carvajal, in my opinion, considering Trent was starting to, get his performances better recently. Lookman scoring the goal, giving Atletico Madrid the lead. But in the second half, you have to say Real Madrid improved. They got that penalty, which was a penalty, 1-1, Vinicius Junior, and then 3 minutes later, Federico Valverde continues his brilliant form, giving Real Madrid the lead 2-1. But then Atletico Madrid responded 2-2 from Nahuel Molina, but after that, Real Madrid, scored the winning goal from Vinicius Junior. However, it wasn't simple for them towards the end, because Federico Valverde got sent off in the 77th minute, and I really don't understand how that was a penalty, red card, by the way. I really don't get it. Yellow at best, yeah, but red card for that. I mean, okay, he put in a tackle in, but it was from behind. Why do you give him a red card? A yellow card, okay, but red card? I thought that was harsh from the referee. Yes, he had no attempt to play the ball, but why you give a red card for that? I think that was very harsh. But Real Madrid had to suffer for the last 10-15 minutes with a man down, and to protect the lead against Atletico Madrid, and they managed to go on and win the game. It wasn't easy. I mean, Real Madrid had defensive problems, but attacking wise, I thought they were fantastic. And Trent Alexander-Arnold proved why Arbeloa made the mistake on starting Carvajal. He came on, and his performances against City were fantastic, and in this game he was fantastic as well. Trent put an assist in for Vinicius, and I think, like Trent, obviously it's not been an easy season for him so far, but obviously in the last couple of games you can clearly see he's starting to get better. He's starting to get better. His performance against City and in this game was very, very good. So yeah, and Real Madrid, Vinicius Junior, I mean, at the start of the season, under Xabi Alonso, you can clearly see he was not happy. You can clearly see his performances were declining, particularly actually in the last 18 months. But his performances were declining. But since Arbeloa came in, you could say he's been Real Madrid's best player. He's been scoring goals, he's been assisting, he's playing with a smile in his face, he's happy again, he's positive again, he's enjoying. Obviously, there are some things that he still has to deal with, which is not easy. But still, he can clearly see he's back to his best. He's back to his best, and he's back to the Vinicius Junior that we all know, that delivers, scores goals, and does something incredibly magic. And he stepped up massively for Real Madrid in the Champions League, and he did against Man City, and he did it in this game as well. And Federico Valverde, once again, he stepped up with the goal. Yeah, very, very important win for Real Madrid. A huge win, especially over the Madrid derby. Despite they were down 10 men, they still found a way to win. And they're now 4 points behind Barcelona. I still think Barcelona should still go on and win the La Liga. And they still have to play Atletico Madrid away, though, after the international break. Funny enough, I mean, the next 4 games is Atletico Madrid 3 times. And they still have to play El Clasico on 10th of May against Real Madrid. So So Barcelona's obviously games in La Liga coming up from now to the season are very, very critical. So yeah, but for Real Madrid, obviously not only Barcelona, also Real Madrid, because Real Madrid have got big games in La Liga to try to capture out Barcelona, and obviously they've got the Champions League against Bayern. Let's move on to Serie A as Fiorentina drew 1-1 with Inter. Inter dropped points again. Como with a very impressive win of 5-0 over Pisa, and they are, now Como are now fourth in Italian league, and they are 3 points clear of Juventus, 3 points clear also of Roma. I mean, this Como side, like I said before, they've been absolutely fantastic. But for Inter, they drop points again, and they're now 6 points clear of Milan and 7 points clear of Napoli. Could they actually throw that away? I still think Inter should win the title, because I'm not convinced Milan are going to win all of their games. But this Inter side, I mean, even if they win the league, they're not good. They're not good. They aren't that great. So if Como get better, if Como continue getting better for the next years, Como might actually challenge for the title. I'm not really joking, because Como are progressing as a team, as a club, and they're playing very good football. Whereas you look at those sides like Inter, yes, they might win the Scudetto, but like, are they really that great? I don't think so. So yeah, but that's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you have a nice day. See you next time, and see you next time, obviously, because the international break is coming up, and have a nice day. Bye.